This is Isaiah chapter 41, verse 13. For I, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, thy power will hold thy right hand, saying unto thee, Fear not, I will help thee. Fear not thy worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith Yahweh, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. Behold, I will make thee a new sharp threshing instrument having teeth. Thou shalt thresh the mountains, and beat them small, and shalt make the hills as chaff. Thou shalt fan them, and the wind shall carry them away, and the whirlwind shall scatter them, and thou shalt rejoice in the Lord, and shalt glory in the Holy One of Israel. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishop, and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessings be multiplied on you, brethren, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. All right, shalom to the elect, the 144,000, and the rest of the elect out there, shalom. I'm the brother Dama Agabar, here with another lesson, Lord willing, to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh by Yahweh Shai. All right, and this is, really a lesson for the faithful, because there's only, certain particular Israelites out there that truly believe that, we're going to need spiritual power in these last days to fight against, what this devil Esau Edom is getting ready to, bring down upon you Israelites, man. And as the Lord said, he's going to hold our right hand and for us to fear not. All right. And the Lord called Jacob a worm because ultimately a worm is a pretty much defenseless creature when it's out of the soil and out of the earth. When a worm, is pushed out of the earth, when it's, when heavy rain comes and is open to the elements, it's pretty much defenseless, man. It has no help. It's open to all of his natural enemies, whether it's a bird flying in the sky, whether it's the hot sun that'll scorch the worm from not being in the melanated soil, and that's how the Lord is telling us, fear not thy worm Jacob, because, in this instance of us being in the land of our enemies, being here in America, when we're faced against Esau, Edom, and his military and his army and his ICE and his, military weaponry and his blessing, we're pretty much defenseless, man. And this is why, our only defense truly when this man comes in like a flood is going to be Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, lifting up that standard, whether it's through divine intervention, which the Lord might, where the Lord is going to bring angels to come and deliver us from particular situations, or where the Lord might endow his men with spiritual powers, man. And you see, and this is something that when we mention these things that guys and characters like Vocab Malone scoffs and makes fun of, oh, these guys believe they're going to get spiritual power and they're going to lift up tanks and they're going to fly. Well, the scriptures speak about, the men of the Lord receiving such things, in the time of trouble, man. And you see, and he scoffs and mocks at that because he's a faithless individual. And ultimately, he's just an unbeliever to the core. You see, but those of us who are really in this faith and we're seeing the things that we're getting ready to be up against, we understand fully that divine intervention is going to play a heavy role in our salvation and in these times which are to come. And like the Lord say here, don't be afraid. He's going to help us. You see, and if you don't believe that the Most High can endow his man with spiritual powers, then you really don't have faith. You don't have a strong faith in the things that you cannot see. And you don't have faith in the things that are written. And we got, a few instances in the scriptures where, a lot of our ancient forefathers did feats that were, against human nature, so to speak, And we fully believe that in these times which are ahead, the Lord is going to endow us with spiritual power and the ability to, to be saved from our enemies, man. Especially this damn devil Esau Edom when he comes in like a flood. And remember, the slogan of the New World Order is to expect no mercy, man. So let me play this little quick video from Dabu 7. It's about a 2-minute video, and it's going to paint the picture, for you to see that, look, man, spiritual power is definitely going to be needed by the men of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, his prophets, the prophets, the helps, the sincere men of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because we know this devil is getting ready to come down with great wrath. And we know he's going to wage war on you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans in a major, major way, man. especially the prophets and the men of the Lord. So let's check this out. So look at this.
It looks like the U.S. military has rolled out a secret sonic type of a weapon that was used in Venezuela. As we're getting word from soldiers that were on the ground that they had witnessed people around them and even themselves experiencing bleeding of the nose, vomiting blood, and it was as if some of the individuals were exploding on the inside of their head, inside of their bodies, and it's some kind of unknown sonic type of weapon that they believe has been used here. And this has them scared big time, because they say there's weaponry and there's moves, there's tactics that was used by the American soldiers that they've never seen before. And that this is why they were able to come in with a small unit of like 20 guys initially. They came in, they had a lot of support on the outside, blazing, after they shut the lights out on them and they hit them with this sonic type of weapon, this mystery weapon. Again, it dropped everybody to their knees. Anybody that did not drop got smoked, got hit by bullets, and taken out rather quickly. Soon after, they say dozens of drones and a small number of helicopters appeared. So whatever they released in the atmosphere, it came either from a weapon that exploded in the sky or a ship or something they had on the ground pointed in that area, potentially even off of a drone. At this point, we did see a stealth drone in action. It was caught on the horizon, had no lights, but you could see it was U.S. military. Those things can be equipped with all kinds of weaponry. So where it came from exactly, we don't know. We'll probably never know for sure. But they've got the weapon, this mystery weapon that can leave these guys incapacitated and bleeding from every orifice in their body, it seems like. And they can't explain what it is besides saying it's some type of mystery sonic weapon. So if they deploy this elsewhere, it'd be interesting to see what goes down and if we can get a bead on how they're deploying the thing. But Iran, Cuba, Mexico, all these places catching threats from Trump. Who's going to get it next? Only time will tell. I'll leave a link. Join me for the live streams.
Yeah, you see? And this is just one weapon that these devils possess that they're using, you know? Oh, Salakia. Salakia. Damn. You know, so this is just one of the weapons that these devils possess, man, that they're using, you know, over there in Venezuela. And like he said, Cuba, Mexico, who's next? Well, guess what? You don't think they're going to deploy this weapon on you American citizens? All right. When they fully wage war on you, on all these protesters and these demonstrators, and when they really, you know, when all the sedition and the rioting and, you know, all hell breaks loose in this society, you don't think they're going to be using these weapons on you American citizens and also on, you know, the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai? So you don't see why spiritual power is going to be a total necessity and we're going to need it, you know, in these times which are ahead. And they were using this shit on those military men who had rifles, who had guns, who had tanks, who had armor, so to speak, you know, and they were rendered defenseless by this different type of technology that this devil possesses, man. And that's just one piece of weaponry. You don't think he has even more advanced, highly dangerous weapons than these, man? So you don't think to see why spiritual power is going to definitely have to be at the forefront of our deliverance, man? You see? But like I said, you know, a lot of these guys you know, like I said, a lot of these faithless guys, a lot of these guys who don't really understand the depths of this damn devil and what he's getting ready to come with, you know, they don't think this man, you know, ultimately they don't think this man is going to bring it to this level, man. And like I said, and ultimately a lot of these guys don't really believe that the Most High is capable of endowing, you know, his men with spiritual powers, man. And that's why, hey, guess what? They're not going to be defended because their faith is going to, you know, their faith in the Most High is small, man. So therefore, they're not going to believe. Therefore, they're not going to be defended, man. And we, starting with the elders and the apostles, have been teaching this for the longest, man, because we can ultimately see, you know, through the Spirit that this man is getting ready to come down with great wrath. We understand the depth of the blessing of Esau's sword, you know, and we know this man is licking his chops, and he can't wait to bring the pain on you, you know, especially on you, Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and on you American people, man. You see, but like I said, hey, a lot of these guys are pushing, you know, faithlessness. A lot of these guys really don't understand the level of wickedness and you know, the depths of Satan, man. Hey, but we understand it fully, and that's why we know that scriptures like these are going to be very important in these last days. And this is why we're, you know, trying to do all that we can do, man, to be on the righteous receiving end of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai in these days that are to come. This is why we push so much the importance of the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, because it's through those names we're going to be able to overcome all this stuff, man. See? But this is Isaiah 54:17, the NLT. It says, but in that coming day, no weapon turned against you will succeed. You see? You know, weapons like this are not going to succeed upon the elect, man. And like I said, a lot of our people are going to be subdued by these different type of weapons that Esau is coming with. You know, whether it's, you know, weaponized philosophies, whether it's, you know, doctrines of devils, and even when it comes to physical carnal weaponry, man. You see, a lot of Jake are you know, their lack of faith is going to cause them to be devoured, man, to be overcome, to be taken, to be destroyed, man. Hey, but the Lord is going to bless his men in that day to be defended and to be protected from these things, man. And it's going to increase the faith of the elect. It's going to make the people that happen to witness it and see it believe, man. And it's all going to be for the exaltation of the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. It says, you will silence every voice raised up to accuse you. These benefits are enjoyed by the servants of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Their vindication will come from me. I, Yahweh, have spoken. You see that, man? See, and this is what we're hoping to be on the receiving end of, because we know that what Esau possesses carnally and militarily and weaponry, that we don't stand a snowball's chance in hell, man. All right. There's these weapons that Esau has, you know, we basically don't have any defense against it, you know, except, you know, our help from our Lord and Savior, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, through divine intervention, through the angels coming to our defense and aid in the midst of these situations that are getting ready to come, you know. And this is Isaiah chapter 40, verse 28. Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting power, Yahweh, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary? There is no searching of his understanding. You see? It says, he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength, man. And we have no might or no strength to defend from this type of fucking weaponry, man. And this is just, like I said, this is just one sonic weapon that he's using. And it's funny, I was watching that, you know, and they showed you on several movies how they got weaponry like this. I remember they used it on The Incredible Hulk. I forget if it was the first or the second one. They used, I remember Batman was using this type of weaponry on Superman and that one, Batman versus Superman. And then just recently I was watching the last season of the Stranger Things, and they were in the Upside Down. The military was using this type of weapon against 11, you know, the little girl with the superpowers, man. You know, they was using this to weaken her and subdue her to where she couldn't use her power against, you know, the military, man. And now you got heads exploding from the inside. And it's funny too, because when they used this weapon on that girl 11 on that movie, it's this is kind of like the reaction that she was giving, like she was being destroyed from the inside, man. You know, she couldn't barely move, she couldn't walk. It's just like it was just, you know, trying to explode her from the inside, man. All right. And you don't think this devil won't turn and use this same weaponry on you American citizens and the prophets and you Israelites? You got another thing coming, man. You see? But let's get this. It says, he giveth power. Let's get this word for power, man, because we're going to need power, spiritual power, man, to be delivered and to fight against what this devil has coming. Remember, he's going to have the AI robots, the robot dogs, the drones, the humanoid robots, and all type of things at his disposal, man. So if you don't believe divine intervention is going to be a must and a need, then I don't know what to tell you, man. And the word is koah. It says strength, power, might, human strength, strength of angels. Look, the power of the Most High. Look, the strength of animals. You see? And the Lord's going to have to give us some type of power on some level to be able to fight against what this devil is going to come down with, man. You see? It says, fear not thy worm, Jacob, because we're defenseless against what this man has, man. And like I said, we know the day is going to come to when these devils are going to fully wage war, or the elites are going to use their militias and their, paid for armies, foreign troops, NATO troops, American troops, Gurkha troops, whatever, to ultimately wage war against you American people in that day, man. He's going to be using his AI robots. He's going to be using the drones. He's going to be using all his highly sophisticated weaponry on you people in that day to what? Subdue you, to bring you to your knees. All right. It says he giveth power to the faint. The word, right now, word power was koah. It said what? Power of animals, the power of angels, man. You see, and we're definitely going to need it. It says he giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall. But they that wait upon Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint. You see? So, like I said, you got guys like Vocab who scoff and mock when we say that we believe through the Spirit and through faith that in the times that are coming, while we're in this flesh, here on this side, that the Most High is going to endow particular men with this power to save themselves or to save other brethren, or to, give brothers spiritual power to display the power and to magnify the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. And also to make those that don't believe to believe, You see? So what else I got here? What is it? Yep, this is Isaiah 41 and 8. It says, but thou, I read in the NLT, but as for you, Israel, my servant, Jacob, my chosen one, descendant from Abraham, my friend, I have called you back from the ends of the earth, saying, ye are my servant, for I have chosen you and will not throw you away. Don't be afraid, for I am with you. Don't be discouraged, for I am your power. I will strengthen you and help you. I will hold you up with my victorious right hand. And who's the right hand of Yahweh? Is Yahweh Shai, man. It says, see all of your angry enemies lie there, confused and humiliated. You see, they're going to be humiliated, man. Not only when Yahweh Shai comes back and delivers the Israelites, but also when he endows his men with this power. Because Esau think he has his dead to rights, man. Hey, and him coming with this weaponry and with his technology, he's going to come in great pride with that, thinking that, we're through, we're cooked. There's nothing that these jakes can do. They're mine to be devoured, man. Hey, but the Lord's going to flip that switch on the elect, man. And it's going to be like all these sci-fi movies you see when, the downtrodden or the lowly receives power, and they're able to destroy, the enemy that, they thought couldn't be destroyed, man. You see, it says, anyone who opposes you will die and come to nothing. You will look in vain for those who tried to conquer you. Those who attacked you will come to nothing. For I hold you by your right hand, I, Yahweh, your power, and I say to you, don't be afraid. I am here to help you. You see? You see? Well, I read up a little bit, but, it just shows you. It goes into the, that worm Jacob, man, which I should have read up the first time. But, hey, it is what it is, man. It still came together. But that's the main point, man. Hey, the Lord is here to help, man. He's not going to leave us in the hands of this damn devil Esau Edom, man. You see, but it's going to require a huge amount of faith, And it says, Hebrews 11:31, by faith the harlot Rahab perished not with them that believe not, and when she had received the spies with peace. And what shall I more say? For the time would fail me to tell of Gideon and of Barak and of Samson and of Jephthah, of David also and Samuel and of the prophets. You see, who through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouth of lions, quenched the violence of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, out of weakness were made strong, waxed valiant in fight, turned to flight the armies of the aliens. You see, and they did this all through what? Through their faith, man. And Yahweh Bashem Yahushua endued them with power to be able to subdue their enemies, man. When all odds were stacked against them, and in a situation where you thought, there was no way out, the Lord made a way, man. And it was all through their faith in the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. And how much more do you don't think this pertains to us here in these last days, man? You see, but if you don't think that, then guess what? Then you're not going to be defended. If you don't think this that it's not possible now, then hey, guess what? You're not going to be defended. You're not going to be blessed with the ability to have to be blessed with this strength to be able to stop the mouth of lions, man, or to quench the fire, escape the edge of the sword. The Lord could put the Spirit on you to just, fly out of a particular situation. You could be surrounded by troops, man. And the Lord can just cause you to just fly out of that situation or to become invisible. Or he might send angels to blind those fucking soldiers to where, you can make your great escape, man. You see? Or the Lord can put the Spirit on you like Samson to just be able to just kill 100 soldiers, man. You see, but that type of faith is too high for a non-believer and for a fool and for a carnal person, man. You see, but we believe fully that the Lord is able to help us in these times, man. All right. And this is Psalms 91. What does it say? Security of the one who trusts in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. It says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of Yahweh, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power in whom I will trust. You see, and it's saying the actual name, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man. You see, it says, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. And what is a fowler? Is somebody who set traps for birds, man. And we know it right now. Esau is setting the ultimate trap, man, for everybody, especially you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. But it says surely, meaning, he is going to deliver us, man. It says, he shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day. You see? It says, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. You see? So this is why we always speak about being Psalms 91 out of out of Jacob's trouble, and in a time when his devil is going to come in like a flood. Hey, because that's what he just did in Venezuela to go get Maduro. He came in like a flood, man, with his military and with drones and with planes and with fighter jets, and he came with that goddamn weapon that made guys feel like they were exploding from the inside, bleeding out of every orifice, man. Complete and totally helpless against the wrath that he came with, man. Hey, but when it comes to the elect and when it comes to our when the devil comes in on us, this is what the elect are going to be praying and having faith that we're going to be delivered, man. However the Lord sees fit. It says 1,000 shall fall at thy side and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. You see? Because thou hast made Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling, for he shall give his angels charge over thee, to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample underfoot. You see? So this is what, we put in our faith and with Yahweh Bashem Yahushai in these times which are getting ready to come. Hey, and this devil is coming. It's only a matter of time, man. We can see the stage being set. They're getting ready to wage war on you American people, man, and upon you tribes, and especially upon the prophets of the prophets of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. It says, because he hath set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high, because he have known my name. You hear that, Nate? Because we know it's through the names of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai are we going to be able to tread down our enemies, man. It says, he shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. So, hey, man, we're definitely going to need it in these times which are getting ready to happen, because we know this devil is getting ready to come with great wrath, seeing that he has but a short time. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for putting the spirit in me through this lesson. Lord willing, you were edified, and believe. Shalom.